I have paused my bedtime reading to deliver more Epstein news to you. I had the unfortunate pleasure of reading a 50-page court document where I wanted to blow my brains out. Epstein's lawyers are probably just as annoying, if not more annoying than Epstein. I know, shocker. These jackasses spent an entire court proceeding whining and complaining about the NPA that they signed on Epstein's behalf. They were like, oh no, there's going to be over 100 victims that want financial compensation and he has to pay them all of this money. Goodness gracious, that's way more than we ever thought. How can we get out of this? So they asked for a stay on one of the cases, and then this went to like a court proceeding and a judge presided over it. And the judge was like, okay, so I just want to make sure that everybody's okay with Epstein defending himself in court when it comes to financially paying the victims. And Epstein's attorneys were like, well, if we do that, then the government's going to get us on a breach of the NPA. They're going to do it. We know they're going to do it. And the judge is like, well, how do you know? And they're like, we have no proof. We just know that it's going to happen. So the judge goes down the line and is like, okay, cool. Is everybody okay if Epstein defends himself legally against the civil lawsuits? And everybody's like, yeah, that's fine. He's allowed to do that. But he's not allowed to say that he's not responsible because per the NPA that he signed, he has to say that he is responsible. And if he doesn't agree to that, then he therefore is in breach of the NPA. And I shit you not, his defense attorney rambled for 7 pages talking about how the government was going to screw them and the U.S. attorney was out to get them and that this all boiled down to them abusing the NPA agreement and that if they knew this is what was going to happen, they never would have signed it, etc. As if they weren't the reason the NPA was brought in the first place. And it just makes me laugh because it's like, you signed it. You signed it and now you want to back out and you want to act like you had nothing to do with it. If you did not foresee this being a problem, that's on you. And Epstein was like, oh, I'm having second thoughts about this. Like, I don't know. And it's like, too bad, dude. Too fucking bad. You entered this legal agreement. If you want to back out of it, that's fine, but the government's going to indict you. So it turned into this whole thing, and it was legitimately like 12 pages of Epstein's attorneys making points, and the judge going, I'm not asking you about that. I'm not asking you about that. I'm not asking you about that. And one attorney in specific repeated the same thing 13 different times, just worded slightly different. I felt like I was having a stroke. I have never suffered through a document so much before in my life. I wanted to reach through the screen of my phone, grab all of his attorneys by the neck and shake them. That's how annoying they are. Basically, the judge said, I can't tell you if you're going to breach the NPA, but it sounds like everybody's in agreement here that you have a right to defend yourself in court, and they're not going to go and snitch to the U.S. attorney about it. And his attorneys are like, but what if the government? And it's like, dude, sorry, that's just what it is. So either you're going to fight this shit in court, or you're just going to accept the fact that he has to pay a bunch of money. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You guys signed it. And it just cracks me up that he gets the deal of a lifetime. And they still are going to whine and complain and talk about how, oh, well, it's unfair that he has to pay this much money. I'm sorry, maybe he shouldn't have sex trafficked a bunch of children.